What is the $1,000,000 routine, or what is the $1,000,000 morning routine? That is the question that so many people have, and I'm here to tell you that the answers that most people give are a complete waste of time and a load of crap. Look, I have a very, very simple daily routine, and once I implemented this for myself, I made over 7 figures online in my business with just one digital product, doing a little over 900K. And there's only 4 things that I make sure that I do every day. Now, it's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break down this simple daily routine that I have that consists of only 4 things. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then you'll probably end up doing some routine where you have to wake up at some absurd hour of the morning to do a cold plunge and red light therapy, and then meditate and say affirmations and take a whole bunch of weirdo supplements. And by the time you even just get done with your morning routine, it's time for you to go to bed, because you got to go to sleep at like 5 o'clock p.m. or something like that to wake up at 2 o'clock a.m. just to do your whole morning routine over again. And so if you don't have 5 minutes, by all means, go and do some routine like that. Hope it works out for you. But this simple routine that I implemented for myself, like I said, it consists of 4 things, and I do these 4 things every single day, which, starting off with number 1, is to work in public. Work in public. Here's the thing about working in public. Have you ever heard anybody say something like, "Oh, just work in silence. Don't let anybody know what you're working on. Oh, just keep everything on the low, and then when you're successful, then you tell everybody about what you're working on and what you're doing." That's bullshit. The only people that do that whole work in silence crap, they don't have any self-belief in themselves, and they don't have any belief that the stuff that they're working on is actually going to work for them. That's why they work in silence. Right? Anybody that you see that's successful out here, they're working in public. They're talking about their goals. They're talking about their aspirations. They're talking about what it is that they're actually building. So if I'm working on something, I don't do it in silence. I do it loud, and I tell everybody what it is that I'm doing, and I tell everybody what it is that I'm working on. I work in public because I have that belief that what I am working on is going to work. Therefore, I'm confident in letting other people know about it. Those work in silence type people, they work in silence because if they fail, they don't have to let anybody know that they actually failed. And here's the thing, when you work in silence instead of working in public, you give yourself options, and options are a complete no. You don't need to have options. You don't need to have choices. You need to have decisions. And here's the thing about choices. Like I said, choices come with options, which is a complete no-no, right? But when you make decisions, it's definitive. You don't have choices. You don't have options. This is what I'm doing. So when you work in silence, you give yourself choices and different options to where if you fail at that in silence, now you can just go and try to do something else. But when you work in public and you make a decision that what you are going to do, this has to work. There's no plan B. This is what I'm doing. And listen, everybody, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I got working on, and I'm going to succeed at this. You don't give yourself any other option, because this is what you are going to do. So I make decisions every day instead of choices, and I'm definitive on my decision. I don't negotiate with myself. I draw a line in the sand, and I'm willing to die behind those decisions daily. And I work in public, and I tell everybody what I'm doing. Whether that be friends, family, associates, social media, content creation, work in public, which leads into number 2. I learn something new every single day. I learn something new every day. And when I say every day, I'm not exaggerating on the everyday. I do not let a day pass where I don't acquire some type of new information and where I don't learn anything new. I feel like that's disrespectful to God. For Him to grant me this life that I have on this planet, and to have all this information out here that I know for a fact I don't know, and to let a single day pass by where I don't acquire some type of new information. But I don't only acquire the new information daily, I teach everything that I know. So you need to teach everything that you know, literally everything that you know. And here's the thing about teaching everything that you know. For one, it's a better way to actually learn. Where over 90% of people are dropping the ball and failing miserably at their goals, their dreams, and their aspirations, is that they think that they're learning when they're actually just being entertained and wasting time. So let me break this down for you. The only way that you can actually learn is through implementation, right? So for example, I have this book behind me right here. I think I'm two more chapters I finish this book. So I'll probably finish this book by tomorrow. And once I finish this book, I'm going to start reading this new book, right? But how most people think that they're quote unquote learning is that they'll read a book and then they don't do any implementation of what the book actually teaches. And then they just go and read another book, and then they just go and read another book, and then they just go and read another book. And they think that they have learned so much, but they haven't actually implemented or done anything that's in any of the books. People, they'll sit there and they'll watch YouTube videos, and they think that they learned so much from a YouTube video. But you know the way that you actually learn from a YouTube video? You watch the video and you implement what the person in the video is talking about. But what most people do is that they'll watch this video, and then they'll go watch another video, then they'll watch another video, then they'll watch another video, then they'll watch another video, and then they'll watch another video, and then guess what they do? They say, oh man, I learned so much today. Then guess what they do tomorrow? They watch another video, then 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 they watch another video, and way more videos. Guess what they do at the end of that day? Oh, I learned so much. Then what do they do the next day? The same exact thing. And some of these people, they may go to conferences, right? They may purchase courses, but they don't do any of the things. So one of the best ways to learn stuff is if you actually acquire the information, implement the information first, and then teach everything that you implemented. And this is just basic elementary levels of learning. Like, just take a young child as an example. I have a goddaughter, she's 5 years old. She'll go to school and she will learn in school. Guess what she does as soon as she comes home? She teaches her little sister the stuff that she just learned at school today. So if she learns that 5 + 5 = 10, and she implemented it at school and did the actual work, as soon as she gets home, she immediately teaches that to somebody else. Learning, implementation, and then teaching everything that you know is the best way to actually learn. So I acquire new information every day, and then outside of that, I teach every single thing that I know. And I also feel that if you do not teach everything that you know, if you have information that you are not willing to pass to the next person, you are doing a disservice to humanity, right? That is not how you gain abundance. A lot of people, they have a scarcity mindset instead of an abundance mindset. So they'll hoard information because they don't feel as if there's enough resources to go around, to whereas if they share the info with somebody else, that they will be able to actually implement the info. No, that's how you start to gain abundance. It's by helping other people, by helping humanity, and from taking the information that you have acquired and passing it to someone else, right? So number 2, you learn something new every day and you teach every single thing that you know. And when you teach every single thing that you know, guess what? Number 3 becomes very, very easy, because I create every day. I create every day. Creation becomes way easier if you already make it a habit to teach every single thing that you know. And think about this. We are the ultimate creators on the planet Earth, period. No other creature outside of human beings has the power to create that we do. All right, we are made in the image of God. All right, if you believe that you're made in the image of God, God is the ultimate creator on earth, right? If God made us in his image, that means that he made us to be the ultimate creators on earth. So we're not tapping into our divinity if we don't create every day, right? And when you create every day, you will realize how much more fulfilled you feel in life and the actual feeling of happiness that you have day to day throughout your life when you create every single day. When people feel unfulfilled, or if they feel like life is just passing them by, or they don't have any motivation, or they're never inspired, I can guarantee you, damn near 10 times out of 10, that person never creates anything. It's in us as humans to create. When we do not create, we are not fulfilling our purpose here on the planet, just period. Think about that. No other living creature has the power to create like we do because they don't have the imagination to see the things to create like we do. That's why humans create literally everything on the planet. Every other animal, the most creation that they do is birth, right? They multiply. But they don't have the creation powers that we have. It's in us as humans. We need to create. So if you can create every day, and that creation may be a piece of content, that creation may be, like I said, if you're teaching, if you're acquiring and learning new information every day, and you're teaching everything that you can come up and create better solutions for your customers' problems in the marketplace. But if you can have a creation mode and be in creation mode every single day and have it be a mission for you on a daily basis to create something, just watch what happens to you. And when you're in this mode of creation, when you mix number 3 with number 4 of what I do every single day in my daily routine, it's so powerful and it's so simple. It's to have fun. I have fun every day. And here's the thing about having fun. It's very easy to stay inspired to create every day when you're having fun. And I mean like actual fun. One thing that I make sure that I do every day is that I do something that my 10-year-old self would enjoy doing. Because it's crazy that us as adults, when we become adults, we stop having fun and our perception of what is actually fun gets miscued. Most adults, they think that the only way that they can have fun is to poison their bodies and do a whole bunch of dumb stuff. You know what I did yesterday? I went to the movies to see Mad Max Furiosa, ordered a large popcorn, put a lot of that fake butter on it, enjoyed the movie, had a good time, and ended up getting sick because of all the fake butter on the popcorn. Guess what? I do that because when I was a kid, when I went to the movies, my mama didn't let me buy the popcorn. She would pop a bag of microwave popcorn at the house before we left, let all the air out of it, grab her big purse, put the bag into the purse, then we would stop at the store and get candy and pops and drinks and stuff, then go into the movies. But I wanted that hot, warm, fresh movie theater popcorn. Now I'm grown, I do that. That would have been a ball to me when I was 10 years old. You know what I did about 3 or 4 days ago? I went on a swing in the park. When's the last time you've been on a swing? Guess what? It was still fun. There is a great possibility that the things that you enjoyed to do when you were a kid, you still enjoy to do them now. You just forgot. And when you have fun every day, you get to stay in tune with your inner child. And your inner child is where your superpowers lie. You want to know why your inner child is where your superpowers lie? Because your imagination is there. And the great thing about imagination is this is where all of the creation, this is where all of the money that you will make online in your business, it all lies here in the imagination. Albert Einstein, he said that imagination is more important than skill set. But most people, they've lost their imagination. And one of the reasons why they've lost their imagination is because they don't really have fun. They don't really have fun. So whatever that fun is for you. Like for me, it may be going to the movies like I did yesterday. It might be playing a video game. I still watch cartoons and anime and stuff like that. I had mentioned playing with Legos to my mama while we were talking on the phone. She got me some Legos as like a gag gift, as a joke, right? I put the Legos together to make this Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Guess what? Playing with the Legos was still fun, right? If you have fun every day, and you stay in touch with that inner child, that's where your confidence lies. That's where your dreams and goals live. Remember when you were a child, you thought that any and everything was possible. What happened when you got older? Why did you forget? It's because you lost your imagination, and most likely you stopped having actual fun. And when you're having fun every single day, it can help you stay in that creative mode for you to continue to create solutions to problems in the marketplace. Because us as entrepreneurs, that's all that we're in, is a problem-solving business, period. That's the only thing that people spend money on. Think about it. Every single thing that you spend any of your dollars on, you only spend it on stuff that solves a problem that you have in your life. And you know what else is fun for me? Helping people make more while working less, like all of them that you see on the screen right now. See those results that they have? And if you're ready to make more while working less from stuff that you already know with a digital product, go ahead, click the link down in the description and tap into this credit at the top community. For weekly coaching from myself, all of my exclusive trainings, plus a private community of entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only $47 a month to join right now. That's less than a cup of coffee per day. So click the link down in the description and tap in, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But just look how you do all of these 4 things. I'm telling you, this is very, very simple to do. I don't work that much. If I just have fun, I create every day, and I learn something new every day, implement what it is that I learn, and teach every single thing that I know, there's not much actual work that I have to do that's in public. And you can see how all of these work together. If you have fun every day, it's easy to stay inspired, and it's easy to create when you stay in a constant state of inspiration because you're having fun. And it's easy to create every day once you implement everything that you learned and teach everything that you know. And when you're teaching everything that you know, it's easy to work in public, because you will publicly be teaching people every single thing that you know. So this is a simple daily routine that's helped me make over 7 figures online in my business. Now, I wanted to make this video because I see all these people talking about, oh, I wake up at 3 a.m. and then I hop in a tub of ice cubes, and then after hopping the tubs of ice cubes, I take a cold shower. Then I go outside, and since it's the middle of the morning and ain't no cars outside, I stand in front, the red light, so I can get red light therapy. And I just stand there for hours, because after the light turns green, then it's gonna turn yellow, but I gotta stand in front of the red light because I don't wanna buy a red light for my house. And then I meditate, and then I say these affirmations. Then I take all these weird supplements, and because instead of just going outside and having fun and getting some sun in my life, I gotta take all these supplements so I can get vitamin D. And instead of just eating some citrus fruits like some grapefruits and some oranges and some tangerines, I gotta get an IV. There's this one guy that I know, and guys, as you start to make more money, just don't turn into a weirdo, right? I like weird people. I classify weirdo and weird a little different. Weird, you cool with me. We can have fun. Everybody has their own level of weird, but the weirdo, that weirdo shit, I don't know. There's one guy I know, he started to get a little money, and then he started to do all these crazy morning routines. He started to, have these different color lights on him, and then he started to have a doctor come by to his house to give him all these pills. And then after the pills, he would get an IV. They would stick a needle in his arm and get this IV. And then I said, okay, well, what's in the IV? He said, I don't know, but it makes me healthy. Got a bunch of vitamins, and got vitamin B and vitamin C and vitamin D. I was like, well, you could just have a well-balanced diet and go outside every day, and you wouldn't have to get a needle stuck in your arm. He's like, nah, but and I really truly believe that a lot of people get dumber the more money that they make. And I was just wondering why why do you start doing all this weirdo stuff? When it wasn't these weird routines and weird rituals that got you to where you are. And guess what happened to him? His business started to decline, right? Because he stopped doing the basic, simple daily things that got him to this height. So simple scales, look, simple scales and fancy fails. And if you can just put in daily, basic, simple fundamentals into your daily schedules and into your daily routine, you'll start to find that you start to get some momentum, you start to get some growth, and stuff starts to get very simple and very easy for you because it's the fundamentals that scale. It's the simple things that bring in results. It's not all this fancy stuff out there. Remember, simple scales and fancy fails. If you can just come up with some basic, simple fundamentals to do every single day to where it starts to become a part of your routine, you'll just see how stuff just seems to kind of effortlessly happen for you. Not saying that you're not putting in any effort, but you won't be second guessing a lot of things, and a lot of things will just come naturally to you because of the consistency that you're putting in. So like I said, this simple routine made me over 7 figures online in my business. Should be able to help you out if you just work in public, learn something new every day, and teach everything that you know, create every day, and make sure that you have some actual fun, because life sucks when you're not having fun. And I'm telling you from personal experience, when I got away from these 4 core principles or these 4 core things that I do every single day, I started to suffer in my life, and it all crumbled. When I started to not have fun, guess what? I'm not in the good mood to create something every day. When I'm not creating something every day, remember how I said it's human nature. It's in us to create. God only blessed us with that. If we're not creating, we're not going to feel fulfilled in anything that we're doing. So if I'm not in a good mood because I'm not creating as God intended me to do, I'm not learning something new. And if I'm not learning anything new, I'm not actually working on anything, period, that I can actually work on in public. This simple routine helped me out, should be able to help you out. And go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap into the community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. Go ahead and check out this playlist right here on actual strategies on how you can have numbers like this coming in online in your business. It's credited at the top.